Hey y'all. I just kind of got struck by a little bit of inspiration. And it's just, some things I see and I'm like, oh, this would make a good video. So I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna talk about it. And basically, this is, what would I call this? Like a litmus test? Something that's supposed to basically let you know if somebody is for real or if they fraud. You know what I'm saying? So I got 6 of them for you. Okay, I got numbers 1 through 6. So, number 1, investigate your reader. Make sure this person exists on platforms, you know what I mean? Especially if they claim this is their business. That should be listed places. It don't matter where you look me up, you gonna find me. like, you know? And when I say investigate your readers, I do not mean don't be like nosy and weird. I just mean make sure that they're living a life that is aligned with a type of life that you want. You know what I mean? That way there's a healthy dynamic there. Also, you'll see people kind of like dive in on things that are very trivial. Like they'll act as if they're better because they don't eat meat. But it's like, but you got hate in your heart though. You know what I mean? So don't nitpick the dumb things because it really doesn't matter what someone eats. It's not going to make them a better or worse intuitive if they really got the juice in the first place. If you got it, you got it. Period. If you don't, you don't, Now, number 2. I tell people, have your own deck, especially if you're going to be around me, because you can cross-reference what I'm pulling, and you should get similar energies, if not the same cards. And it's really a good way for you to test out if your reader is truly aligned with your energy or not. And when you have cards, when you know what cards pop out for you, when you know which ones are actually you, it's real easy to tell when someone is really hitting the nail on the head or if someone really is just like bullshitting you. You know what I mean? And then beyond that, too, I will say this. When people ask questions, it's really important to be kind of vague with their information. You ain't got to tell them birth dates, signs, and how long y'all been together, or this or that. Like, all of that will come through in the cards if they really got it, Someone with intuition does not need all of that information. So, you can keep it to yourself. You ain't got to worry about sharing what street you live on, how many dogs you got, your mother's maiden name. Like, you know what I mean? Because I've seen people ask for some crazy shit. Like, I need to know your sun, your rising sign, your damn moon sign. Like, none of that makes a difference. Energy with tarot should transcend, and it should be honest. So, I mean, there's no hiding that. I don't even like to have like full names, birthdays, and all that. Just give me a first name and I got you. Now, I would say like number 3 would be the trust factor. Now, what I mean by that is like, do you see this person putting in work? Do you feel like you can trust their work ethic? Do you feel like the way that they operate has integrity behind it? Or do you feel like you're always side-eyeing their behaviors? Or you feel like there are parts of them that you just don't know if you fully all the way can align yourself with? Because those are, potential red flags, things that you need to pay attention to. And, where there's smoke, there's fire, Number 4 would be to use common sense. And really, I tell people that because, yeah, some people will, pop onto anybody's live and get advice from Lord knows anybody. You know what I mean? And you have absolutely no idea what type of life this person lives. So just make sure that, like, the people that you seek advice from are aligned with what it is that you want in the first place. Because if they don't have it, they may not necessarily have the tools to always communicate how to get there. You know what I mean? And there are kind of levels and graduated heights to people's personal journeys. And there is wisdom in age. Then I would also say there's number 5. Does it even resonate? Do you get results with this person? Do you feel like it's a situation where, honestly, you get that turnaround where, yep, every time they say something, it pretty much is true. So, you know, if you don't have that type of rapport with your reader, then that may not be the person for you. Beyond that, I would also say, like, you know, if they pass rules 1 through 5, support them, you know? Keep the reader that you feel is legit alive, because, you know, day to day, it's a different struggle every day. And, you know, there's no real job security for those of us who actually do this as a career. So I'm just saying, you know, support those that you want to see around a year from now. Because without that, I don't think necessarily most can survive, you know? Now, digging into these cards inside this video, there's just some quick notes, you know? 5 of Swords, 2 of Cups reversed. If you see things you're disappointed by, or you feel something's imbalanced, it's okay to move toward people who are 7 of Wands, willing to do the right thing, and Knave of Swords, to do so quickly. It's really important that you're particular with who it is that you are engaging your energy with in the first place. Like, that really does matter. And I feel like a lot of people tend to kind of overlook that, you know? Then with Queen of Swords and 7 of Chalices reversed, it's like getting over the bad options, narrowing it down, moving forward with the people who actually you feel are trustworthy. With the 8 of Cups reversed and 8 of Wands. Once you figure out who is worth it, you move forward with who you can trust. And it's that simple, you guys. It really is. Those are my tips. That's what Tarot got to say about it. I really hope this is informative for y'all. Let me know in the comments. I appreciate y'all. And until the next one.